it is a hot topic, whether you're looking at, celebrities on magazines, pregnant at 46, whether you're trying to get pregnant yourself. Infertility is a big issue for women and for men. People here trying to get pregnant. And let me tell you something. Does sleeping more mean you're less fertile? Well, according to a new study, yes. Researchers in Korea studied the sleep habits of more than 600 women undergoing IVF treatments and found pregnancy rates were higher in women who slept 7 to 8 hours a night versus short sleepers who only got 4 to 6 hours, and longer ones who slept up to 11 hours. Now, getting the right amount of sleep is key because it benefits reproductive hormones. Bottom line, as we always heard, 7 to 8 hours is best, I guess, for people going through fertility treatments or just daily life. And our next guest knows all about fertility issues and what can help with you because he is an expert in this field. Dr. Bruce Shapiro of the Fertility Center of Las Vegas is here. And Dr. Shapiro, I mean, your reputation for the last 20 years, I've actually even had friends flying from other cities because you guys are doing such great work here in Las Vegas. And the field has really changed in recent years, hasn't it?
Well, thank you so much. Yes, the field has really changed. It's dramatically changing as we speak. Every single year we get new and new advancements that help more and more patients get families.
What are the biggest changes you've seen just the last couple of years?
Well, the biggest changes that we've had in our laboratory have been the ability to freeze embryos. And what we know now is that women who go through in vitro fertilization, where we take the eggs out, fertilize them, develop in the laboratory, and then put them back in the uterus, if we do all that at the same time, the hormones made as a byproduct of egg development sometimes spoil the uterus for implantation, so the embryos just can't attach. So what we do is we take the patients and we have them go through the cycle, take the embryos out, freeze them, and put them back the next cycle.
Wow.
And that way we avoid all those hormones that are made as a byproduct of egg development, and the pregnancy rates are much higher.
And you guys have had such success with so many women who have had infertility or an advanced age. And let me ask you, because a lot of people, the question they have is that it can be very expensive. So this is something that insurance doesn't always cover. So you've got some ways to help deal with that cost, right?
Well, we have a lot of ways to deal with the cost. One, we give more and more types of services for one cost. So we put them all together in one package. So you pay one price and then you can get the whole package that we have available that includes things like pre-implantation genetic screening. So we can screen out for things like Down syndrome or embryos that have abnormal chromosomes that are only going to result in miscarriage. So we make the whole process more cost efficient.
And you're also saying, too, don't wait to think about fertility or to think about planning a family, because the earlier you start, the more you actually will save by not spending money on things that aren't going to be effective, right?
That's correct. Yeah, many women spend a lot of time and economic resource on treatments that aren't going to get them pregnant. And they go on and on with these treatments. They don't get pregnant, then they get discouraged, and they haven't used the treatment that's going to be most successful for them. So we get patients into a treatment that specifically for them is going to be the most effective. And in that way, we also save a lot on the cost by getting them into something that's going to get them pregnant and not have to worry about doing treatments that are less effective, that are going to cost more in the end.
That's a great way. And we see so many stories now. Halle Berry pregnant at 46 and Kelly pregnant with a baby at 47. So I think a lot of younger women who are career-minded, people are waiting longer and longer. I think some women are thinking they have a longer time to wait, but that's not necessarily the case, is it?
That's correct. It's not necessarily the case. A lot of those women who are in their 40s that are getting pregnant with donor eggs, not their own eggs. And this is a wonderful thing. But what it's made a lot of women think about is that, well, if a woman can get pregnant at 40 and they don't know that it's from donor eggs, they think, well, maybe I can wait till 40 to try to get pregnant. And we know that's not true. The longer you wait, the more difficult it's going to be. We know women now start having problems with fertility as early as the age of 27.
Wow.
By age 32, it's even more prominent. By age 35 or 36, it's a bigger problem. And by age 40, half of all women can no longer get pregnant with their own eggs.
Wow. So this is, I mean, information people need to know now. And we talk about women, but also, too, you've got services for men, because sometimes the fertility issue in the couple is not the woman, it's the man, right?
Absolutely correct. We have men that come in and they have very low sperm counts. Some of them have low sperm counts just because of a hormonal imbalance that we can correct, and we can restore their sperm counts. Others, where we can't restore the sperm count, we can take what sperm they have and then we can put it directly into eggs so that we can inject the sperm into an egg so we don't need very many sperm. So we can pretty much offset most problems that men have if they make any sperm at all.
It's just important because guys are always afraid of going to the doctor, and it's a very sensitive issue, I'm sure. But again, it's two people who come together, and so the couple needs to be tested together and come in together, I'm sure.
That's correct, because 40% of the time it's the female, 40% of the time it's the male, and 20% of the time it's a combination of both.
Interesting. Oh, good. That's good to know, because I think a lot of women feel a lot of guilt because it's such a natural thing to want to be a mother, and if they can't, there's a lot of, I think sometimes, some insecurity and shame about that, and that shouldn't be the case.
Absolutely true. What we try to tell our patients is this is a medical problem. It's just like having a sore throat or having a broken arm,
sure,
or something else that isn't functional. And what we try to do is we try to make it functional, and much of the time we're very successful.
Well, you guys are doing great work. I've heard about you, from so many different people. So congratulations. Thanks for some really important information today, Doctor. Really appreciate that. All the information, of course, about the Fertility Center on our website. Monica?
All right. Could talk to Dr. Shapiro for days. I love it. All right.